Well, a powerful winter storm made its way across farm country over the weekend, impacting a number of rural communities. And with any big weather event comes questions about crop insurance. Brooks York with AgriSompo joins us now for more on this. Brooks, always a pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully, where you are, you fared the storm pretty well. How are things where you are?
Well, the snow's pretty deep. This is not something we get in southern Illinois very often, so it's probably a 1 out of 20-year occurrence. But we're digging out and doing well, doing the best we can with it.
Well, of course, a lot of folks homebound due to this weather. Probably a great time to think about risk management on the farm for 2026. So as you talk to farmers across the country, what are some new considerations to make for the upcoming crop year in regards to risk management?
I think going into this sales season or risk management season, we really thought it was going to be more of the same. And then once we dug deep into this one big beautiful bill and these changes along with a couple new products, we kind of see it's a new ball game. A couple of things that we're seeing in some part of the tree, there's a new product out this year called CLIP. It's an umbrella policy where multiple commodities fall under an umbrella. 85% maximum coverage. We're seeing a lot of interest there. It's not offered in every state, kind of an L shape across the United States from North Dakota down to Texas and then east to Georgia. But it's got a lot of people talking and gaining some momentum. I think the other thing is, we talk about protecting the gaps, and we've talked about ECO and SCO, those endorsements in previous interviews, but combining those with a private product, and one that AgriSompo's got is ECO Band. It kind of comes to mind, where you kind of get the best of both worlds at the top end of your production. So if you have a county loss or an area loss, it's compared to your personal loss on an optional-based unit. You kind of get the better of the two. So the big thing this year is consider that top end and those gaps that you might have. I think it's going to be important to cover this year.
Well, you just covered quite a bit there, Brooks, but if there was, say, a single piece of advice for farmers this year as far as selection on crop insurance products, the risk management, across the board, I know it really differs from region to region, but your suggestion for a lot of our farmers watching right now?
I think the good news is we've probably got as good a protection against lower prices, lower yields than we've ever had. And so I go back to covering that shallow loss with products like I mentioned earlier, cover those gaps. That's number one. When it comes to marketing, and you really can't separate crop insurance and marketing, I think it's important to kind of know some thresholds here. And this is different advice than probably what you've heard in the past, but there are thresholds which we want to be careful to stay above. If we market our crop too low, and the price does go back up, we've missed that opportunity, whereas we've got enhancements with Title I programs like ARC and PLC, also all of the private products, the endorsements that I've mentioned that were bulked up in one big beautiful bill. They kind of got our back if the market lower. So we want to be careful to not market below certain thresholds in parts of the country, and also maybe take a look at some option-based contracts that allow upside with a floor. I think that's a perfect combination over the next few months.
All right, great advice as always. Stay safe, stay warm, Brooks. Thank you for joining us this morning. Brooks York with AgriSompo.